Hi guys, that was a heavy sigh. About to take my last ride on the M1000R, and it's going to be hard, but I'll tell you what's going on. So here we go. Protect me, Father, in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. As you can see, I've got the stock mirrors back on, and my windshield is gone. I have not ridden in a little over 2 weeks, so I'm a little nervous right now. But I might as well tell you guys what's going on. Let me gather my thoughts here. Hey David, my 101-year-old friend. See, I want to live to be 101. I think I do, as long as I stay in good shape. Let's get this out. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, total fluke. I just fell off my garage stairs. I flew backwards. I stepped back. I was multitasking. I wasn't paying attention, and I thought I was stepping back onto the floor, but I was up a step or two. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Anyway, I flew back and landed on Gary's front tire of his Harley. So I think I was on the second to the last step and flew back onto that front tire. So I was back. I fell back the full force of the fall on my upper back right side lat area. When I hit, I thought I broke something. Yeah, that's how bad it hurt. Gary wasn't home. I was by myself. Almost passed out. It was pretty gnarly. Anyway, I waited a couple days. I wanted to, I just waited before I went to the doctor, and I thought, okay, I need to see if I broke anything. So I went and got an x-ray on my ribs and my back, and everything was intact. No broken ribs. It just felt like I had broken ribs. The force of the blow. You have a lot of nerve endings in your rib cage, and so to make a long story short, I've been in a lot of pain for 2 weeks now. Today's my first ride, and still in pain, but not grueling like it was. It still hurts to take a deep breath. Sneezing is gut-wrenching. Coughing hurts. But yeah, it's bad. So when something like that happens to you, just kind of, I don't know, it makes you think. Of course, your mind just goes crazy, especially at night when you can't sleep because you can't even roll over. But your mind goes crazy. And so Gary and I talked about it, and he really just said, let's just give up riding. Why risk it? And I understand. It's a risk. It's a high-risk activity. Decided after much prayer that I don't want to live in fear. That I don't want to live in fear. I want to live knowing that God will protect me, and I can enjoy doing things that I love, as long as I'm reasonable about it. Got some wet roads here. We had a lot of rain. As long as I'm reasonable about it, I don't do stupid things, I want to keep riding. So Gary said, well, how about just getting rid of this 208 horsepower bike? I said, okay. All right. I'm willing to do that. I don't need This bike was a want, certainly not a need. So after much thought and prayer, we decided to go ahead and sell this bike. I know guys, I love this bike. It's the most wonderful bike I've ever ridden. I know I'm never going to ride a bike as wonderful as this. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I've decided to step back and just kind of mellow out a little bit with my choices of bikes. So I'm taking it into BMW, and they graciously offered to sell it on consignment. Because this bike's a lot of money, and I don't, you know how it is with Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. There's just so many scammers out there. So they're going to sell it on consignment, charging me a really reasonable minimal fee. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna miss you so much. Roadrunner. Actually, I kind of started thinking about this before I had my fall, about having such a powerful bike. I guess if you watched my last video, I talked about watching a Moto Jitsu video, how he traded in his S1000R, went back to the GS. Don't really need the power of this bike. I don't use it. I should let somebody else enjoy it. Just like this bike, there's not that many of them in the United States, so I think somebody else could really benefit from this bike much more than I have. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I am an older rider, which is probably another reason that I don't really need to be on this bike. 67 years old, and I'm in good shape, or I would have totally broken my ribs if I didn't go to the gym and work out, strengthen my bones. I think most ladies at my age would have definitely cracked a rib the way I fell and landed. So there you go, guys. That's what I'm doing. Taking my bike in. I hope it sells quickly so I don't have to go in there and see it. Want to take it back. It's a great bike. I love this bike, and I'm very, very sad. Gary knows. Very sad to have to let it go. But sometimes you gotta do what's best, and I can get a little crazy on this bike sometimes. I really can. For me. Probably not for most of you, but for me, I can get a little crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably just downsize to one bike in the garage for me, one for Gary. I like having two bikes in case one of them is in the shop. Lots to think about. Lots to think about. So, this is probably my last ride, I guess. Unless for some crazy reason it doesn't sell. So if anybody out there is looking for the 2023 M1000R Competition Pack, it's available right here on the central coast of California. Santa Maria Motorcycles BMW. Oh, the hills are green from all the rain. It's so gorgeous. I just want to be healthy, strong, be there for my granddaughters, my husband. That's the most important thing. it, Roadrunner. You've been wonderful. Haven't given me a bit of problem. I cannot recommend this bike enough, guys. It's so amazing. But somebody else needs to enjoy this. Take it to the track. I think I'm gonna cry. There goes Andrew. Well, there she is, guys. Most beautiful bike I've ever seen. Rats. Look at those colors. Okay.